The oats and alfalfa is really coming along. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. We are out at my place today, having a look at the hay out here and trying to decide if it's ready to go. And you can probably tell just by looking behind me, it's ready to go. So I'm seeing a lot of switchgrass out here, but this is a really old hay strip. Hasn't been seeded down in 8-9 years now, and this is one of the reasons that we put this strip over here into oats and alfalfa to try to get the alfalfa going again. And eventually I'm sure we'll tear this one up. So we're probably going to be mowing down the fields over at Rockville as well as the fields over here today. We're just going to be using the John Deere 735 today to mow down this grass and get it all cut. Killed one plant, so that means our 200 bushel acre target isn't going to get hit. Is that what Dad said? Yep. I might as well cut everything though. They're currently calling for rain on Wednesday. 25% chance about. They reduced it from yesterday, it was like 35. By not mowing it all down in one day, we're kind of spreading our risk out just in case it does rain, because that's what we had last year. We cut down so much hay in a short period of time and then it all got rained on. So the forecast is looking pretty good other than the rain in 2 days, but I think a less than 30% chance of rain is worth at least trying to cut the hay down, because even if it does rain a little bit on Wednesday, it'll dry out by the end of the weekend. So out here in this oats and alfalfa field, you can see the oats is coming along great. I actually seeded this down twice to really try to get the alfalfa going, and yeah, I'd say that it's got a pretty good start underneath the oats. It looks, honestly, the oats looks a lot better than it has in previous years. I'm not totally sure what we've done different this year other than bumping the rate up, but the alfalfa has a much better stand. I think that was probably our biggest problem in past years. We were just seeding it too light, and when you looked out across it, there just wasn't enough out there. But looking at this looks beautiful. The big problem with this farm is it's got a low pH. So from the corner of the field over there, all the way basically in a straight line to that corner of the field, there's a big swath there that needs lime. And Dad was looking at getting lime put down this year, but nobody would do it in the spring. So he's gonna wait for the fall to do it. A little bit thinner through here, whether that's compaction or what, but it's there. There's a lot of oats and alfalfa there. Even yet, it's just not as far as the rest of the strip. Just kind of a narrow band. You might be wondering why we're using the John Deere mower today instead of the Kuhn. And the reason is that Kuhn is actually bringing down their own film crew to make their own product videos on the mower tomorrow. So we didn't want to use it and get it covered in dust and pollen the day before they needed to use it for their own uses. So after they film with it tomorrow, it's at our disposal for the rest of the summer. And that way we can get more footage using it. And I'm really excited to see how it performs for us. This may come as a surprise to a select few of you, but we actually are a fully functioning farm without any of the sponsorships that we have. Although I am extremely grateful for the ones that we do have, because they do make our lives a lot easier. Having another mower helps us mow twice as much in a day. Having another rake helps us rake twice as much. And having another grain cart, a larger grain cart, helps us harvest more each and every day. So at the end of the day, it helps us get done faster. It helps us get home to see our wives and girlfriends sooner and our kids. So we'll never turn down a sponsorship with products that we believe in, because they do help us out. Especially with a situation like us where we make YouTube videos, and that's like a job on top of a job when you work on a farm. I know it may come as a surprise to you guys, and I know a few of you may be wondering why we even make YouTube videos if we're a fully functioning farm. But the fact of the matter is that I just enjoy it. You know what? I feel like taking the four-wheeler to the farm today. delicious, don't it? Since Dad took up the responsibility of mowing today, we're gonna take the JCB out and the bucket to the pasture. Now, we're gonna be mowing those hillsides over here in the coming days. However, we can't access the fourth hillside because there's a ditch that is pretty bad that I've got to fill in with dirt. So I'm gonna take the bucket out, fill that in, add a little dirt down here between the first and second hillside. The tube is starting to erode away. Something needs to be done about that before it completely washes it out. And then I'm gonna take the bucket out around the 11-acre field before we cut it. And I took the mower out there and pretty much blasted locust trees all over. So I wanna go out there and do a lap around the field to make sure that we don't run a tire over one of those tree stumps and get a flat tire. So let's take the JCB out. Coming along pretty good. I got it widened out. I've been taking the dirt off this hillside here to try to widen it out so we can get through here again. We used to be able to drive all the way up through here, actually all the way to that other hillside with the truck and trailer, but with how things just kind of progress over time with erosion. Everything just kind of falls away, and every now and then you gotta do dirt work to get everything back up to where it should be. I'm just going to go through and open up the trails. There's trees falling on them, so we can't crisscross with the ATVs. I'm getting through here one way or another. I just got back. Dad's done for the day. Once it gets so late, in my opinion, it's not worth continuing to cut, because as the day progresses, it gets later, the sun goes down, and you lose that heat and that sun to drive the moisture out of the plant. You're really just hurting yourself, because the best time for drying is in the first 40 minutes to an hour before the plant's stomata, which are basically like the doorway to the plant, close up to prevent moisture from leaving the plant after it gets cut. What happens is the stomata will close up to prevent that moisture leaving, and if it's not good drying conditions, if the sun's not out, and if it's not warm, you won't have a good enough amount of moisture leaving the plants, and you could have issues with drying. So that's why we don't cut typically late at night, to prevent that, or early in the morning when there's dew out. Typically after 9 to 10 a.m. Is when you want to start cutting. And once the sun goes down, that's pretty much when all bets are off for cutting hay. So that's pretty much it for this video. I will be sure to follow up with using the Kuhn mower. I'm sure we're going to get a chance to use it first crop. And yeah, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on baling as well. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All how farms work. And with that, I'll see you next time.